This is Remix Report with your hosts, DJ JD and DJ J Spring. For the date of
November 8th, 2010.
Today's video brought to you by YourDJSkins.com. Pimp your gear today.
Hey everyone, welcome to Remix Report episode 115. I'm DJ JD.
I'm DJ J Spring.
And today we're going to talk about a classic remix, actually a classic transition.
This is the first transition we've really talked about, and so we might as well give a little intro, I guess, to the transition. It's a very, very useful thing, and it's almost a must-have, especially, I mean, if you're in a nice club, it just keeps the vibe going, as opposed to always having to just drop or cut to a down-tempo song from your up-tempo set. It allows you to just keep the vibe.
Yeah, and transitions are really a pretty new phenomena over the last 3-4 years, really. Before that, there were only very specialized records that you could get that would have a couple transitions that someone had made, and it was a very tedious task before time stretching and warping, things like that. But now that all that stuff is so common, it's become a staple.
And I usually always play 3 or 4 a night. I always use them pretty much to get from my 130 set back down to my 70 or 80 BPM set. And I mean, there's only so often that you want to actually go up to 140 and mix a 70 BPM record into it. And that's something I very rarely do, even though, I mean, it can be done, obviously. But it's just, I don't usually play what's my fantasy too often. So it's much easier to play a transition.
Also for me, there's really only so many transitions that I will play because a lot of them just don't sound all that great to me the way that they're done sometimes, and they're not like a normal remix where if you don't like a certain part of it, you might be able to mix into a different part. Like if the transition part of the song is not exactly the way you want to play it in your set, then that transition is pretty much not an option.
Especially if there's some hype that you don't want in there. That's what usually would kill it for me. And you also have to decide whether the transition is right for what you want to do, because is that really the song that you want to start your hip-hop set with? Even though it's a song that you might play in your hip-hop set, is that what you want to be the first song of that hip-hop set? You have to consider all those things.
Yeah, a transition can really define you as a DJ, I think, yes. The ones that you choose to play. So
with that said, the one we're going to talk about today is Discotech's transition of Lil Jon's classic Down South song, Snap Your Fingers. And that is a song that I would normally like to start off my hip-hop set with, my Down South set. Especially if I've already played a lot of the 70 BPM stuff. This brings it down to, was it 82 or 83?
Yeah, it's...
Let's find out the answer to that exactly. Snap Your Fingers
82.
is 82. So if you've already played Beamer, Benz, and Bentley, you've already played all the Lil Wayne in the 75 BPM range, and you feel like if you went back down to 75 again, you might be stuck. This would allow you to go right to 82 and work your way up again. And this is a very well done transition, as you would expect from Discotech.
Well, why don't we take a listen to it really quick?
Yeah.
So of course, once again, that was Snap Your Fingers Discotech transition, and I mean this transition was kind of one of the first really big ones. I mean, when this song came out, this transition was really hot, really popular. Everybody was playing it. And, I mean, it still works today, which is the great thing about it.
And Snap Your Fingers, to me, is a song that you'll be able to play for a while. I know it shouldn't be like this, but part of my playlist sometimes revolves around the BPM that I'm looking for to get from one song to another. And 82 usually fits that range sometimes, because if you're at 77 or 78 and you've already played Beamer, Benz, and Bentley and you want to go up, sometimes you have to draw for something 82. And this is a song I don't mind playing. I mean, it still gets a real good reaction for the most part. And the way this transition goes, there's 16 bars for you to mix. There is synths in the bars 9 through 16.
Yeah.
And then the next 16 bars have hype, so that'll keep your 130 BPM set going. And then after that, there's about 4 bars of transition part, and then Snap Your Fingers drops after that.
And it drops right in the chorus, which is dope. So it's immediately high energy, keeps that energy going, and allows you to quick mix right out of it if you want.
It's plenty of time to get ready to do that.
So you don't gotta wait for a whole verse to go through and then the chorus.
Yeah,
Definitely
so
nice.
I usually only play this for the first verse, and the transition serves its purpose.
Yeah.
So you guys should definitely add this to your playlist. It's definitely a useful track to have, and we're going to talk about some more transitions in the future.
Of course, you can find this one at crookenclan.net/discotech.
We're hoping that you've been to that section before. If you any DJ out there should have been to that section of Crook and Clan by now.
Yes. So go find it, pick it up, support the remixers and artists.
Yes.
As always, please register, leave a comment.
Or email us, remixreport@gmail.com.
Let's go! Snap your fingers, do your step. You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it.
Remixreport.com.